Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting session of Distant Wanderers. I am your ever-present Dungeon Master, Walkman EXE. Joining me are my role players. Going down the line of who I can see on my Roll20, we have Zammy playing Howl Percival Evangeline. I hate it. We have Doc playing Lucian Vale.
It's good button, Dad.
I hate it more. We have Josh Kaposh playing Viantra.
Yeah, I'm not gonna scat, actually.
Good. And we have Nylosaur playing Saoirse Bonfil.
Baba Booey.
And we have Colin playing Darrow Ow Axonoff II with a question mark.
Yes, with a question mark.
When last we left off with our intrepid adventurers, they had just left the Moondrop Inn, traveling by carriage, transporting goods to Creekside. They were tasked by a couple. They gathered some information from merchants who were in the tavern and were contracted by a group of dwarven merchants to take some goods to the city, which gave Saoirse ample time to investigate kind of what had happened to the buildings that had been damaged. She found out that 3 buildings had been burned: a water purification plant, an orphanage, and a tobacco processing plant, of which she had ties to 2 of those things, the orphanage and the tobacco processing plant. She then took the party to her ancestral home, where her friends quickly took it upon themselves to enjoy the lap of luxury with this extensive library, music room, and painting room. As the group kind of spread themselves out and enjoyed, as Saoirse kind of ran over her notes and a few dossiers that she had missed while she was abroad. She decided to take a nap out in the garden, and during that time was poisoned. And the first person to find her, of course, being Hal, who tried to resuscitate, could not, and called over Viantra, who fetched... It was a whole game of telephone. You know, Viantra fetched Lucian. Lucian did his best, and with the combined efforts of most of the party, the group was able to cure Saoirse's poisoning and make sure that she was relatively resuscitated. As they investigated the scene, they couldn't really find any traces of anyone there, and as Lucian investigated the staff and interrogated them, he couldn't find anyone who seemed to be expressing any signs of guilt or shiftiness or any overall signs of one would expect from an attempted murderer. And this is now where we pick up. It is mid-afternoon, early evening. You are all still at the Bonfil estate, and, you know, despite the attempted murder, it's been a relatively peaceful day. I will now turn y'all loose to search for clues if you'd like to, or you can tackle other business.
Alright, so you promised me last session, at the end of last session, while everyone's going up into her office or whatnot, while they're finding that letter, Lucian's still in that area by the courtyard, in the garden.
Yep.
Man, sorry about the chair. And you promised me an investigation check as I look around for any sort of trace of whoever, or maybe, or just seeing if I can track this motherfucker down, like right here, right now, while it's still semi-fresh.
Yes, I do remember saying that. Roll an investigation check.
Cool. Alright. That's a natural 20.
Well, with a natural 20, my good man, I can safely say that you, upon ample investigation of the crime scene, you know, with totally cool CSI Miami sunglasses, which should not be on at night, but for some reason make you see better. No, absolutely fucking around.
I still got the whole Saoirse tie, long hair.
Yeah,
I have not changed.
You have not changed from your nice outfit that you picked out from the Bonfil wardrobe. You find a couple clues actually. So the footsteps were carefully placed. Obviously, whoever it was, knew kind of about the elven trance and their, elves' keen sense of perception, and was very careful in their foot placements, their movements, as well as their, distribution of weight. So you can tell whoever this was is very good at what they do. This is probably a professional. However, the one thing that kind of leads you to question that hypothesis is the fact that towards the edge of the property, as you follow the tracks, you find a series of briars and brambles, which, well, briars and brambles is a nice way to put it, but there's rose bushes around the exterior, gate, that stand as, kind of nice accents, but it seems that a bit of the intruder's clothes were caught on these bushes. Okay. And the clothing seems to suggest more someone not making enough to make ends meet, like someone definitely poor, someone who isn't able to put a lot of food on their own table, let alone anything else. So it leads you to kind of question that thought of them being a pro, because if they were a professional assassin, they would surely be able to, do a little better for themselves, or at least the kit that they would be wearing would be something more befitting them.
Okay.
The last thing you notice is a bit of a list that was caught on the fence itself, along the spires. Seems like this may have come out of their cloaks they were scaling, and it got caught in the bushes. Only one thing is listed on, two things are listed on the list. It just says it's the last name Bonfil, and there's two of them. One of them is scratched out. So you could assume that this is a hit list.
Okay. Can I read the names?
It's just the last names. It's just Bonfil and Bonfil.
Yeah, so it's just literally the same name twice. Okay. Except one scratched out.
So it means that there's probably two members of the family that are...
One. Okay.
Two members of the family under the razor, most likely.
Yeah. All right. Well, can I open the gate? Get out real quick.
Yeah, you can hop the fence. I just need an acrobatics check.
Sure. I can do that. 17.
Yeah, you hop the fence.
All right. Also, quick question. For my step of the fucking wind, how much key would you say I burned through that?
Step of the wind, it's 1 point, right?
Oh no, to get to the to her lab, to make the thing real quick, and then to get back.
Oh, probably 3 key points. You probably use it 3 times.
Fair enough. Okay. So yeah, hop the fence. Survey the area. Anyone nearby? Anyone leaving? No one.
At the edge of a fence of a property that people don't normally visit, yeah. It's a bustling hub of activity.
Oh, bustling then. Okay.
No, I'm absolutely sarcastic. There is literally no one.
There's literally no one. Okay, great. Huh. Yeah. I mean, what's the closest? What's closest to me? Building, is my place, or I don't know.
closest building is still the Bonneville estate. Like, the district you're in is kind of, think of it like, you know, Hollywood Bel Air mansions. Like, each one has its own more or less private plot or property, and there's like a drive leading up to each one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not necessarily on a hill or an embankment, but it is separated from its neighbors by a good, like, 100 yards on all sides.
Oh man, 100 yards. Can I, like, peer off in the distance? Do I see anyone?
You do not see anyone. But then again, you also don't know, like, how long ago it was that Saoirse, like, was initially poisoned.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Alright. Alright. I'll head back in. I'll unhop the fence.
Okay. As you unhop the fence, you unhop the fence. I was honestly gonna be like, make an acrobatics check not to fall in rose bushes, but like, 17's still good enough.
No, I got what I got something, so I'll head back to join with the rest of the group up in the office.
All right. So Colin, since you weren't here last session, I just had Darrow stay in the library. Like, I don't know if this I don't know if this commotion would have roused him at all. But Viantra and Hal and Saoirse, you all can safely assume that you are in Saoirse's office. And Colin, if you'd like to join them, you can say that you heard the commotion, saw them coming in.
I imagine the commotion, such a big thing, wouldn't be so absent from my character for too long. So yeah, I'll join them.
Yep. All right, so y'all are in Saoirse's office. It is very clearly not been used in many years, with exception of today, where it was used like 3 times.
What a place you have here, Saoirse.
I'm just gonna look at him. Do I recognize the handwriting on the note?
Which note? You cut out. I still didn't catch it.
Do I recognize the handwriting?
Talking about the one that Lucian just found?
No, the one that was left on my on your desk. That's your blood.
Okay. I maybe, like, again, you still keep cutting out for me. Like, I hear, like, the first word and then silence for a solid, like, 30 seconds.
Is this happening with everyone else?
Yeah, try reconnect real quick.
I think she was asking about the letter on the desk.
Yeah, no, I think we gathered as much.
Is it any better?
For now, yeah.
Yeah.
I might have to move rooms.
That's what I heard.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I recognize the handwriting from the note left on my desk?
And the note said just like...
Your bloodline ends here.
Oh, no, you don't recognize the handwriting at all.
Are my hit points down?
I would say yes, because you were poisoned and technically dying.
Okay.
Could I look for, like, anyone? Is there a window in the room?
In the office, there is one. It faces outwards towards the tree. And more or less, like, you can see the tree in the garden, like, from the window in the office, but that's about it.
I'm gonna look for, like, any clues, then.
Okay, you're gonna investigate the window? You don't find anything in particular that stands out to you.
Nice.
Nice.
Can I look at the note and see if I recognize the handwriting? Probably not.
You want more telephone?
Roll an investigation.
Oh
Oh
no.
my god.
Oh. Ugh.
No.
Your house gives me bad luck.
Well, I don't really know what to say to someone who almost just died. So, to clear the tension, I'm gonna go back to the library. And if you need me, I'll be there.
Okay.
Give like an awkward nod and make my way off.
Arrow gives an awkward nod back. Right, okay. Well, I'm not entirely sure how much help I can be either.
That's okay.
Enough of the two people with the highest intelligence in the party, give or take, are like, yeah, we can't help you.
Bad. Saoirse, did you receive like anything else maybe somewhere?
What do you mean?
Like, did you check? Did you see if you had gotten like any letters like this before?
I'll sift through the ones I just barely got.
Mhm.
And is there anything that kind of hints at this?
Of all the letters you most recently got, no. I had to think about it for a second, but no.
Okay.
Do you show these letters to Howell, or do you just like pull them out?
I'm probably looking at them by myself. I mean, he can look through them on the desk if he wants to.
I'm looking through them.
Nothing stands out to you.
So
I barged through the door.
Ah.
Motherfuckers, I had some clues!
Oh shit!
Oh my, clues? That's wonderful. What are they?
I had I got a list. You can check if you recognize the handwriting on that. And yeah, a little piece of, a little piece of a cloak or something.
Do I recognize the handwriting?
Oh my god.
I was joking.
No, I know, I'm joking.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Tension evaporated.
Thank you, I guess.
Cool. So yeah, Cloak looks like it's not a fine fellow doing all this. I don't know. I don't really know your whole situation, so I'm gonna gather everyone up, sit down, and if there's any, do you need time? I don't want to be insensitive, but you want to handle this now, or you need some time, some space?
That's okay.
Cool. Where did Violetta run off to?
The library?
Library.
Alright, cool. I'll grab him, bring him back here. We can figure out where to start with this. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Cool. Be right back.
You guys can do that. I am going to go lie down. I'm going to find some place to go lie down, and probably, yeah.
Sure.
Okay, well, don't go too far from the meeting, because we kind of need you. You're the one. Whatever. Yeah. Sure. I'll go get Viantra.
Does Saoirse leave the room?
Uh, she's gonna look back and ask if you could please leave the room.
Fuck!
I'd go for Darrow too.
Yeah.
Darrow gives another awkward nod and walks out.
Gonna wait to make sure Hal leaves.
Still very awkward with what's going on here. Such foreign events
Right.
to him.
I'll close the door. I'll leave.
Okay.
I'll find somewhere to go lie down.
Can I look at the locks on the doors?
Oh, she didn't lock it.
I was
Yeah, so Saoirse, you go to lie down. Lucian, you're going to get Viantra, and then Darrow and Hal, y'all are...
Bianca, we're all hang out with Saoirse for a while and talk about what to do next, so that way we're all around her and she can't be assassinated when she's all alone.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
Okay.
So real quick, just so I know where everybody's at. Where's everybody? So Saoirse, you're going to your room to lie down. Is everyone going there to just like? I'm very confused on the context of what is happening. Like, are they just gonna watch you
Agreed.
nap?
I think someone misunderstood, but essentially I'm trying to organize a group meeting where Saoirse, combined with what I found and what we may still want to look to find.
Actually, I think I know what
figure out
happened.
where to go next. I have some other.
I think I know where we went wrong. Devin, you asked if Saoirse wanted to do this now or later, and then Saoirse said something I forget, and then I think you took it as let's do this now. And
That is pretty much what I took it as. Yes.
yeah, but then Saoirse, I don't think Nyla meant that. I don't know.
It was
Not- She wants to quickly.
We can have a meeting while she
What
naps.
happened
Right?
is
What's
happened,
the
and it will
issue with
continue
that?
to happen.
You guys can have a meeting. She just wants to lie down and be alone for a little bit.
No.
That is fair.
back in the office.
Okay, so that's all I want to know. Okay, so Saoirse's in her room. Lucian is organizing a meeting with Darrow and Viantra and is waiting on Hal, and Hal's breaking into an office. Cool. That's all I needed.
I was gonna bring him back to the office because I assumed the three of them were gonna stay there. So that's where we're on our way right now.
Okay. Well, Hal's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Well, Hal and Darrow are technically gonna be there first if Darrow accompanies Hal to break and enter. Well, it's not necessarily breaking because the door's unlocked, so just trespassing.
To witness you open a door, yes.
Trespassing, basically.
Yeah.
Alright.
So yeah, are you two running together? Like I need to know where everybody's at now.
I mean, like,
Don't ask why.
kind of like look at Darrow and like chill my head.
We should
forward.
likely have our group meeting, should we not?
You can tell them I went somewhere.
Where is the place you're going to go? I'd rather know that.
Oh, well, I was gonna go to the office to see if there's any more clues. Because I'm sure there's probably something hidden.
All right. It would be good, I believe, to spread ourselves out and cover more bases. I'll tell everyone else where you've been, and we'll debrief you later.
Cool. Thank you. Like, go in.
Okay. So what are you looking for?
Looking for anything that has to do with the family, the business, the history.
Roll me another investigation.
Oh my god, please.
Hey.
Nice.
Yeah, so looking over kind of like as many documents as you can, and this is another thing. I have to determine as well, like, how quickly Lucian is moving with Viantra and if Darrow would slow him down at all.
Oh my god.
So, because it's
a fair.
So
Yeah.
Lucian, are you walking back at kind of a brisk pace, or are you more leisurely?
Brisker, you don't want to leave the woman who was just had an attempt on her life alone for too long. So yeah.
Cool. Darrow, when you inevitably meet Lucian in the hallway, I'll get to your investigation in a second. Hal, I'm going to play out this scene to determine how quickly they make it to you, if at all.
Can I like go?
Oh.
Well, if they like walk in.
Well, give me a second.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
No worries.
Christ. So, Darrow, are you just waiting outside the office, or are you walking in the direction that Lucian went?
I'll be waiting for them.
Okay. So, Lucian, you're gonna run into Darrow outside the office.
Hey Darrow, where's Hal?
Sorry, that took me off guard. Oh, well, Howell went to go investigate more, and asked if I could
so
fill
you're
them
in
in
the
later.
office with Saoirse? Wait, where's Saoirse?
Yes.
Hi.
Saoirse actually wanted everyone to leave.
Is she in the office? There's like a bit. Where is she? I forget.
I believe she was left in the office as well. Howell was investigating somewhere.
Alright, that's Pog. Wait, wait.
Yeah, please don't say that.
Yeah, never again.
Yeah, sorry.
We're gonna take Walker's channel.
Yeah, cool. Alright, should we join? Should probably join Hal then. Figure out what's going on in there.
Sure.
Yeah? No. If he's looking for clues, that's what we need to be doing. He's on top of his game.
I open and hold the door open for everyone.
They still have not changed. These are actually very comfortable. I'm surprised. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Leandra.
All right. Thank you, Viantra.
So you all walk into the office? Okay, so that tells me that more or less, like, Hal, you probably get, like, 30 seconds tops in your investigation before these assholes barge in.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
It's not long to sift through anything. You just kind of get a general history. You know that the Bonfils are a family that's been around for more or less 4 generations. Like, it's not... Elves live a long time, so 4 generations is a long time. But it's not long in terms of, like, standard human or elven nobility. Like, elven nobility is typically... can be built in upwards of, like, 5 to 7 generations. 4 generations is very good. Most of their reputation and background is in mercantile trade, but in recent generations, it seems like each head of household, more or less, has branched out into their own thing. You know, Saoirse's great-grandfather started them out as merchants, and they grew into quite the empire, which allowed them kind of like basic noble status. However, what really grew them was Saoirse's grandfather, who, through his efforts, they outstretched into liquor production, specifically in brandies, scotches and bourbons, like mostly oak-aged spirits. And that allowed them to grow into more of an empire, because rather than having to rely on the goods of other people to sell and trade, they were able to produce their own goods and put those to market. Then, you know, with her father's generation, her father, her uncle, and a few, you know, cousins at that time, they were able to go into the tobacco business and really expand their repertoire again, acquiring a great many farm fields in and around Creekside and turning them... No, your father has cousins. Yeah. Turning them into marketable and useful territory. Well, I guess you technically have cousins, because if your father's cousins had kids, those would be like your third or fourth cousin removed, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So, we'll get to that later, Nyla. Stop sending me messages about your family lineage. Build your own family tree on your own time.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, they through agriculture practices, they were able to build these tobacco farms and work in the business of making, like, tobacco to go like they worked very well with agriculturalists to make sure that the tobacco grown would go good with the spirits that they specifically produced, which would then, of course, add to their profits. And with Saoirse specifically, like, you know, there's a few small records of her archaeological exploits, but for the most part, you know, those records are sparse as she is still relatively young. She's technically like in her midlife by Elven standards, so she's still got a ways to go, but her exploits in the philanthropic means have restored the reputation that her father and some other members of her family have tarnished. So she has done great works to make the Banfill name one that people can be proud of. And that's all you get before these guys kind of barge in. You don't really get any deeper knowledge that you would have hoped for.
That's okay. Kind of like put stuff back.
Oh, what are you
So, so let me feel the scene first. We walk into Hal basically like scrounging around like through all of the documents around the desk.
Not just the desk. Like this is her office, which used to be her father's study, has rows and rows of bookshelves, which are not just used for like storing, you know, just books that they found enjoyable to read in their off time, but also, you know, ledgers, documents, records, histories. Like this is a full hub of like the Bonfil. This is essentially like the full list and ledger of everything that they've ever done on paper.
Oh, this doesn't look good for Hal.
And there's some stuff on the desk, but like the full record of the room is more or less like their history.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, why don't you two go ahead and help him? I'm gonna go keep an eye on the lady.
Oh, okay.
Alright, sounds good.
I love how the meeting's gone to the wayside as Lucian's just like, oh, cool, we're...
Yeah, I know. So many things have happened in the past 10 minutes. I'm so confused as to the motivations of
You
everyone.
know what? I don't see her here. I assume she's elsewhere, and...
She went to lie down.
Oh,
Somewhere.
where? Did she say where?
I don't know.
Fantastic. Alright, well, I'm gonna go find her. You three try and find something, I guess. Yeah, that... nerds get to read. Yeah, have fun with it. Yeah, I'll try and find her.
Alright, I need investigation checks from everyone except for Saoirse and Lucian.
Okay.
Alrighty.
And I also need to know what you all are specifically investigating.
I'll go help Hal with family documents. It's the thing I see her doing.
I mean,
You mean?
You mean?
well, keep going.
I mean, I'll for points of investigation, just to give you all options, there is still the windowsill that Hal investigated. Like, if someone else wants to get a fresh pair of eyes on that. There's the note that Saoirse found on her desk. There are the records of the family that are all about the room, and then there's also the letters and personal documents in Saoirse's desk.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Guys,
Darrow doesn't want to be the guy to sift through personal documents.
I don't feel right sifting through this without her permission. At all. I think this is a terrible idea.
Perhaps we should wait for the personal stuff for when Saoirse wakes up.
Well, I don't believe we should look through her records either, Howl.
I wasn't looking at that.
What were you looking at?
Business. You know, family business and anything that could lead to
Oh,
motive.
through the family records. Great.
No.
I think this shouldn't be our place to investigate right now. At all. I just don't... It doesn't feel right. Right? Am I crazy?
I
I wouldn't say you're crazy.
I fear I do believe that all this is very important. For one, we do need to understand the causes behind this and the filling of records, like to provide us with those answers.
Have you guys asked her if this was okay?
Or kind of looks down at that.
This is ridiculous. This is outrageous. How? I bet Saoirse's just as collected in herself and privatized as I am, to the point where she doesn't want random people looking through her stuff. You know, the one thing I told you, the one thing that I said not to do to me, was to go through my things. I'd hope you take that for everyone else, too. I say we wait. It's not our place. At least this area, with all the personal documents that aren't ours, or our families, or could have personal information relating to our lives, doesn't seem right.
There gets kind of a familiar glint in his eye. It kind of happens sometimes when he's saying something not that's less confused and seems more coming from something other than his, memory loss or just general bewilderment. And he looks up and he says, "Well, suffice it to say, we are investigating a possible assassination attempt. We're not entirely sure how much time we have."
Then how about we walk over to her and ask?
Very well. He did say not to be interrupted, but yes, that's a good idea.
I'm like putting everything away.
I keep my eyes on Howl and point at the door.
I go.
I assume Daryl follows.
Yes, it does.
Close the door behind us, and we're gonna find Saoirse too.
Okay. Lucian,
That's me.
make an investigation check to find Saoirse.
Oh man. 7.
Oh man,
Guess I'm harassing the servants again.
yeah.
As per my character.
Yeah, so you look around, you don't find anything that really indicates where Saoirse would have gone, so you start harassing Sir.
Yes. It's like we need eyes on the lady at all times. What kind of operation are y'all running here? This is ridiculous.
One of the servants kind of it's just more like a house butler, someone who just normally do cleaning, not like the head, because obviously that
Oh no, Lucian is Karening it up real hard right now.
yeah, because obviously the head is Roshin, but one of the servants kind of speaks up to you and goes, "Well, sir, the staff is more or less just we're not used to the lady being about. We kind of operate in lieu of. So with her moving about, she's kind of like a ghost. You see, we don't
This is
really."
ridiculous. Can I speak to your manager?
Sure.
Great.
Rasheen. And the little lady kind of appears almost out of thin air. She goes, yes.
Do you know where Saoirse went?
Well, of course I do.
Good.
But the lady does not wish to be disturbed.
I know, but I feel it's best, especially with what just happened, that we have an eye on her.
Rest assured that I know where the lady is at all times, and I will make sure that she is not to fall under any harm. I have made sure that to keep staff outside the entrance to her room, and to make sure as well as their staff close to any other points of egress, so that she will not be bothered.
If your staff had seen what we've seen in our travels, then, well, it'd be wary. More. How do I say this? Well, I suppose you know your staff better than I do, so.
I know the
How
staff.
good are
and-
your staff at dealing with, let's say, hypothetically speaking, okay, you got what, like 2, 3, 4 guards outside the room. So, okay. Knowing, I don't know, okay, like suction cup or like climby assassins, or like thieves. Just I'd estimate of like at least 8 scarecrows. Let's throw a banshee into maybe an ogre zombie. It really all depends on who's here and who's not. But are they capable of handling that? Just the 2 of 3, 4 of them?
Well,
Are they
I
gonna
would
be all
hope
right?
that the guard would have dealt with any trolls or banshees or scarecrows before they would even come close to the town. But if they were not dealt with, then no, they would not be able to deal with such threats. Obviously, we are
Wonderful.
house staff.
Just let. Okay. Cool. Just. Okay. So I know you're close to the Banvilles and everything. I should probably just let you know. Some folks, you know, we may or may not have become wrapped up with nowadays. I know you're. Just so you know, some of them are capable of like summoning. Summoning monsters, you know, undead, that sort. Sometimes some of them are also really adept at like climbing through, sneaking through stuff to kidnap people. It's happened at least. Well, not the kidnapping part, but you know we've had to deal with a bit of stuff. So, if you know what's well, for the sake of the lady, we'd appreciate if we could be there at the very least.
Of course, I completely understand your concern for her as your traveling companion. I just take it as a point of professional pride that the staff is well equipped to deal with anything from the day to day, but when it comes to the concerns about safety for the Banvilles, I assure you that anyone caught making mischief in my house does not get away so easily. And the lady can attest to this.
Well, that's good to hear. So, lead me to her.
Very well.
Much obliged.
And she leads you to a room where 2 staff members are stationed outside, and these dudes are jacked.
All right. Fun question. I want to know if they actually found her before I did, because I was probably meandering about around to find her and talk.
Roll an
to everybody.
investigation check, Viantra, Darrow, and or Hal, whoever wishes to make one.
Got this. Watch this, guys. Best,
Yeah.
Do you want help?
best navigation person ever. I mean,
Wizard for the win.
I'll give you help.
yeah.
23. Oh, Christ. I thought you said help is in the help action, but
Yeah.
no, y'all just all rolled.
That's what I thought too, but whatever.
Whatever. 14, no, but with a 26 and a 21, yeah, y'all find it way before Lucian does. Because while Lucian spent his time harassing Rasheen, y'all just kind of followed the grass-stained shoe prints. That they didn't leave a great amount of trace, but for someone looking close enough, you're able to find what you're looking for and get to Saoirse's room, where you are met with 2 very burly individuals who are just standing outside and looking at y'all as you approach.
Can we see the mistress of the house, please?
One of the very jacked dudes who is a
Okay.
it's a human man, you would say roughly in his late 50s, early 60s, probably judging by the scars, ex-military background, and he fills out a suit very well. Looks at you and goes, "I do apologize, dear sir, but the lady has declared that she would like to not be disturbed."
I know, but we just want to, figure out who almost tried to murder her. and we're her friends, and we've been traveling with her for months. So I just thought it would be appropriate if we asked her some questions and then left.
Understandable, sir, but without the express permission of the lady herself, or without speaking to mistress of the house, Lady Roisin, I cannot oblige with such a request.
You know, it literally, we're just gonna come back again, and it's gonna be the same thing. I wish I could just. Okay. Whatever. In this. Now. Alright, whatever.
Apologies, sir.
I
Can't
don't
you,
accept it.
Like, give her a message or something. To her?
Duly noted, sir.
The issue is, if she's napping Howl, she's not going to get the message for an hour, and she might be dead in that time. So,
Even better.
I mean,
I
guess
assure you that the lady is not dead.
Is there anyone outside her window?
There are people stationed below the window, sir. And I have eyes inside.
So they're really good against like flying creatures, right? Just making sure we have all bases covered.
They are keen at observation, sir.
All I need is to get to that room. We'll be back in literally 5 minutes.
And as you turn around to go, there's Roisin and Lucian walking down the hallway.
Oh man! What a coincidence.
Hey guys,
Hello.
Lucian, any luck?
any luck finding where Saoirse is?
Look at the
Yeah.
door.
No, any luck perhaps getting us access? We've been trying to do it for...
Oh, yeah. Did you tell him about the suction cup kidnappers yet?
Oh my god.
That's the key in.
Oh no, I went for the flying kidnappers, but
Alright. Alright. Well, you are letting us in, right? Sorry, just to clarify. I turned to Roisin.
Roisin turns to the large man outside and just goes, Alfred, it is best that we go ahead and let them in. It seems that they are going to insist until they wear themselves out. So, best to just go ahead. And he goes, at once, madam. And he opens the door and gestures you all inside.
Anything.
I waddle in.
Time sensitive, you know. Cool. We're in.
All right. Yep,
We're
we're
in.
in.
We're in, we made it.
Saoirse,
Oh.
just for context, would you have immediately just gone to rest, or would you go into another like meditative trance?
She first probably find one of her journals that she kept there at the house because she doesn't want to bring it with her. She'll open up a section that talks about. Hold on one second. The Hemlock section. She's gonna probably like write down what it feels like to ingest it.
I'm sorry?
She's gonna go to the Hemlock section in her diary and write down what it actually feels like to ingest it.
Okay. You turn to that section of your journal, and the pages are missing.
Oh. Ah, shit.
Alongside any other reference or entry related to hemlock poisoning.
How discolored are the edges where it was ripped out?
They are fairly new. You would say within the last 2 weeks.
Okay. Any smudges on any pages?
These were
Or
these were
next to those?
carefully removed.
Okay. I'll probably just a book down, probably somewhere, and just flop down on the bed and meditate
Okay.
or go into trance.
You get into your trance for about maybe 5-10 minutes. And then the door to your room opens. As your friends are let inside. Friends is
Hello?
a strong word, I should say, in this situation.
Saoirse?
Knock knock.
Hi.
Just something real quick. We were just curious if we were allowed to go in your office and look at some of the documents and try to figure something out.
What do you want with the documents?
Just to figure out if there's any connection between the murder, or the attempted murder, and the possible one that happened on another Banfield.
Yeah, I mean, unless you've got something already, then that's kind of the only thing I can think of to get us started.
I don't mind if you guys look through. Just make sure you put stuff back where it was.
Of
Alright.
course.
Well, all right then.
Not to rush you, but you're sure there's nothing else you can think of that could tie into this?
There's some stuff I know about. I'm not ready to talk about it yet.
Taking your time? Alright. If I stay here, I need a few minutes to meditate.
Wait, what did you say?
Mind if I stay in here for a bit? I need a few minutes to meditate.
Okay.
I broke a bit of spirit on that dash. I know it didn't turn out the finest, but that
Okay.
the fucking wind.
We'll let you regain your spirit.
Nice.
You got to walk out.
I am.
Sarah will follow.
Hi guys.
Also, I know it might not be what you want at the moment, but it's probably not best for you to be alone right now, especially with what we've seen, not just today, but over the past few weeks.
Guess that makes sense.
He nods. Thanks for understanding. And take a nice seat in the corner and begin to take a short rest to get my key back.
I'll lie back down on the bed and go back into the trance.
Cool.
I'm more worried about the phase-shifting kidnappers.
As y'all do your rest, we're gonna pick up with the people going back into the office. Okay. So y'all head back to the office. As you arrive, you notice that the door is ajar.
Oh dear.
Oh shit, we need permission.
Oh man, are there any new footprint type of stuff on the floor?
No.
Oh, it's the flying kidnappers. Sorry.
Should we break in or should we tell them more?
What do you mean break in? We're already going in. I open the door.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Darrow follows.
You all open the door, and everything is more or less how you left it, except that there is one new individual standing in the room with their back turned to you, reading a book, but you recognize a very familiar and unique cloak.
It's a fucking fall.
Is it the one we like, or is it the one we don't like?
It is fall.
Okay.
Thank
Oh
goodness.
god.
Hello, pal.
Hello. I'm not sure how I feel about pal.
I mean, I'm sorry. But no, that's worse. Full. Yeah. So we're just about to investigate this stuff. What are you reading?
And he looks down and tucks it into his cloak, and he goes, "Nothing of importance."
Was that from here? Because I don't want her to
No,
come
it
back.
was not taken from this room.
Okay. Awesome. Good. Yeah, so we're just going to investigate to see what happened. You saw, I assume.
I arrived late, actually.
Oh,
I
so
spent some time in the city. I only just arrived maybe an hour or two ago. I spent some time in the city gathering clues on what they could be looking for in the Dreaming Wood.
yeah. We were actually a little caught up from doing the same. There was an assassination attempt on Saoirse, so we're kind of tied up for a quick moment, sadly.
Understandable. Well, if you would like, I can try and provide assistance on this matter, or I can go on ahead and keep an eye on things with the party heading towards the Dreaming Wood.
I'd prefer if you kept an eye on the situation with the Dreaming Wood. I think we can tie up loose ends here.
Very well. That is what you request.
Alright. I look at Howl and Darrow. Let's get started. What are we looking for specifically? What's the plan?
Well, specifically in the documents, I believe that we are looking for anything that might tie and provide a motive for potential assassination.
So, weird
We should-
enemies, perhaps?
Yes.
Of the Banfield family? Alright. Okay. Let's all stick to that one first then.
Okay, so y'all are going through the records of the Banfields?
Yep.
Yes.
Alright. Those of you who want to roll investigation can. Those of you who want to help, let me know that you're helping.
I'll help Howl.
All right. I will stick to my own guns and roll.
Me and
no,
Howl are
guys.
our team.
Likely no
Too
avail.
much investigation. I don't.
Roll well, Howl. Roll well.
Roll above a 15. There you go.
Okay. With a 15, Darrow, you more or less get the general family history that Hal got earlier, except now that you have more time, you can get a proper breakdown. Currently, as it stands, there are only, at least that are known. There is one living member of the main Bonfil family, which of course is Saoirse. As her uncle was excommunicated, he technically falls under the side family, of which there are currently 6 members that are still alive, of the actual family. There is Saoirse's uncle. There is Saoirse's third cousin, which is her uncle's cousin, Bartholomew. There is another third cousin, Kieran. That's Caerin. Who is another cousin of theirs. And then there are Karen and Bartholomew's children, which make up the other 3. From what you can see, Karen married outside the family to kind of a low-born noble, and had 2 sons who currently work the family's cattle farm, which they use to produce various cheeses and other dairy products for the overall Banfield trade empire, in addition to working alongside the family that they married into to further their bovine business. And then there is Bartholomew, who has an only daughter, and she is currently seeing various suitors to strengthen ties for Bartholomew, as he, among the cousins of Saoirse's father and uncle, Bartholomew was by far the least successful, mostly due to his own incompetence or laziness. And so his family is more or less like, they still hold the Bonfil name and they're still nobility in name only, but more or less they are pretty destitute. So the only people of the Bonfil family that are really doing well for themselves, as far as you can see, are Saoirse, Kieran, and Kieran's children. And that's all you have in official house records. And since Saoirse hasn't been back in, what did we say last session? 25, 30 years. The records haven't been updated in a while.
Oh yeah, everyone knows it now, right? Or is it just?
Yeah. Now that Darrow has read into this, you now have a more broad understanding of the general family dynamic.
Yeah.
So people who definitely have, so how you and Viantra get more into, like, so he gets the general family history, but you all look kind of more for motive amidst them. And you can see like a couple different strains of motive, like at least for the relatives. You know, for the uncle being the only other male heir of the main family, even though he was excommunicated, if he were able to, you know, remove Karinya from the equation, he would be able to, he would mostly be reinstated by default as the de facto patriarch of the Bonfil family, reclaiming name, title, all that jazz. But he would still have to prove things before the courts, which could unfortunately contest things for Bartholomew or Kieran to take everything from him. So while killing Saoirse seems to be like, it could be a general motive for the family to, you know, gain greater title or prestige, the downside is that if anyone killed Saoirse, the other three, like, heads would have to basically prove their case in court. For Bartholomew, of course, you've seen kind of his trade records and just his very poorly done business arrangements, which some of which you see like handwriting from a couple 100 years back, where you know, Saoirse's father and even a young Saoirse like made adjustments to this man's ledger because he made clerical errors. So obviously, like, this guy could have motivations as far as like money is concerned to claim the throne, but you feel like if he were to hire the assassin probably would have been caught. Like, this wouldn't have been something cleverly done. Whereas Kieran, being, you know, kind of level of head and a very keen businesswoman, you feel that she could having two sons could absolutely have a motivation for removing Saoirse as head of house, because her business is doing very well, and if she were to take over, using the main family's established trade relations, she could expand her business and empire like 5-fold. And that's kind of where you get for motive, just from the documents you're reading over, as far as like business transactions go, disputes and disagreements. But for the most part, Saoirse's kept her relatives like pacified. Like, not many of them seem to have an issue with the way she runs things, so you can't imagine any of them going after her. But then again, you know, greed is a pretty good motivator for all of them.
Is there like maybe any family problems? Or like, guess.
I mean, how long do you want to spend on Bartholomew's history?
Oh god. Kind of look at Leontra.
I don't think the family. I don't think they have strong enough reason to go for it. I think the uncle wouldn't have wanted to go for it because, first of all, he was sick in the first place. Oh, we didn't hear about that, did we?
No, we didn't hear about that.
No, all you have from the records are just like the business transactions that he and her father worked on, as well as a few like letters and notes between the uncle and Saoirse. And for the most part, like he cared about her a lot. Like, he was, you know, a very kind relative.
Yeah, none of them seem really. I mean, they could all have motive, of course, but I feel like if this was a more obvious case, I think it's trying to be framed on one of the relatives. Truthfully,
I mean,
it could be.
Going back to it again, you still got. You could take a look at the window again. You could take a look at the note that says like your bloodline ends. Again, you could take a look at her desk, or you could start going through other business records outside the family.
I like quickly like grab the ledger from the writings from Bartholomew, mainly Bartholomew, and Kieran, right? And I'll take both of those and I will compare, like, going through like every single marking in the ledger, trying to see if any of the handwriting correlates between the ledgers and the note.
Nothing in Kieran's ledgers shows up, but in Bartholomew's, about, and you notice this well, like you notice this as well. It's very odd. Almost every 10 years, exactly, there is an exchange between Bartholomew and one person who's just marked in the records as G. Lively.
Okay.
For an agreed upon sum of money. It seems to vary from decade to decade. But it's always the same day every 10 years.
And do we see G. Lively anywhere else in any of the other ledgers?
Roll an investigation check.
Oh man. Oh gosh.
Should I help?
Can't she?
Who's helping?
How?
Me.
Oh, yes, Howl. Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna roll.
Go, go.
It didn't go. Oh, I think I rolled the wrong thing anyway. Yep, that's the wrong thing. Reroll. Sorry.
That
Go,
intimidation.
go. 19. Yes. You see it in a few small things. Specifically in the last, or at least I should say, you see one mention of G Lively, and it's basically, and this is something I actually did want to go ahead and clarify. Nyla.
Yep.
So was it 25 or 30 years that you've been away from the house?
25.
Okay. Then yes, this note specifically was 30 years ago. This is the only record of G Lively in any of the other books. And it's specifically for the estate guest list. For a small, like, gathering, essentially. Like, Roisin has it marked down as job fair. So you would assume that it was like a hiring event. Most likely for staff. But beside it, Roisin is marked down who she hired, and you notice that G Lively was not one of the names that was hired.
Okay. All right. I will begin taking out my journal. Like, flip to the Saoirse section, and write down every single interaction, like from the Bartholomew ones and this one. Yeah, this one for the job fair.
Cool.
Just to get it all down.
The ones for Bartholomew only go back so many years. Specifically, they only go back 60 years.
Okay. I feel so smart. Sorry. Alright. I look at Howl and Darrow. Do you guys have anything else you want to do in here?
I don't.
Send you a message, Niall. I need to clarify something on that. Like, I need an
Yep,
exact numerical
yeah, no,
date.
yeah, I'm thinking. Ah, jeez.
Oh, this. I think we hit what we needed, though.
Yeah, I agree.
I think our next target here is Rashim. Let's ask some questions.
I think I must agree. And we should hurry.
Okay, in that case, I need to revise something real quick. The notices with G Lively go back about 120 years.
Okay. Alright. So as we're exiting to go find Rashim, I look at the camera and go, "There's a murder afoot." I'm joking. We go.
Right.
The audience loves him.
Yeah, all the viewers are clapping right now.
Okay. So, just for my clarification, y'all just went through the records, and then after you've collaborated the stuff about G Lively and making sure that the handwriting matched the note about ending the bloodline, y'all left the study.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And I wrote down all that information in my journal,
Cool.
just in case it's destroyed.
Understandable. I'm just writing down how many clues you missed. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no.
Oh, we probably should have checked the personal documents, but it's fine. I think we have one of the main points we needed.
Yeah.
We can always go
break
back.
in again.
Yeah, we can always go back and see it all on fire.
Oh.
I'm surprised it didn't explode while we were in it.
Yeah.
Would have been more efficient that way.
None of us check the window again.
To find Rashid.
It's okay.
What'd you say, Hal?
Nothing.
Okay.
Hello.
So y'all go to find Rasheen.
Hey.
At this point, Lucian and... Well, not Saoirse, but Lucian. Your key points have recovered.
That's nice, thank you.
My pleasure. And Saoirse, it's been a nice, calm, 30 minutes.
Nice.
Until.
Until... no.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
But y'all...
I mean, until is always looming.
Y'all ask around, and it doesn't take you long to find Rasheen. She hasn't moved around too much in 30 minutes.
Pull out my massive journal.
Fuck.
So, just a few questions. We're investigators now, I guess.
Oh, of course.
Do you remember a G. Lively who came to a job fair 30 years ago?
Yes, I was doing a bit of hiring for garden staff, and a few prospectives showed up, about 8 applicants, and I only hired 3.
Do you specifically remember this person that you wrote down as G. Lively?
Yes, I had, when he brought in his resume, yeah, I noticed that it was a similar correspondence with Bartholomew, and I was very wary of this, but his references checked out, and he had decent experience, but sadly I did not feel that he would mesh well with the rest of the staff here.
Understandable. Do you have any idea on where we can find him, or do you still have his resume?
I do not have his resume, but I assuming that the address has not changed in 30 years, you are welcome to check out the residence that he initially listed.
Yeah, that seems like a good plan.
Very well. Let me see. And she thinks for a moment, and she goes, if my memory serves correctly, his listed residence was in Cobbletown. It was 322 Swanborough Way, I believe, was the address.
Okay. Alright. Has anyone left the room yet? Like Saoirse's room, do you know?
I have not received any reports about anyone coming and going from Saoirse's room.
Cool. Do you mind if we possibly just grab Lucian? And maybe Saoirse too if she wants to come along, but you know, just can we go in?
Very well, I will permit you another entry.
Is this like
If the lady
entry?
wishes to be left alone, please leave her alone.
We understand she was just someone tried to murder her.
Mm-hmm.
Onward.
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 So after I
And
finish my meditation,
you all- Meditation.
Yes, after I finish my short meditation, which I'm calling my short rest, I just want to. I'm a little curious what Saoirse's room is set up like. If there's anything that catches my eye.
Saoirse, would you like to describe your room?
Actually, I haven't thought about this.
Described every other aspect of the house, has not thought about what room looks like.
There's probably a smaller bed. Smaller bed. She probably has a little side table. No, probably that or a queen in between.
Okay.
She has on the far side. She has just a wall of books. She very much loves books. There is a desk on the side that used to be where her studies were when she was younger. On the left, 2 windows, I'd say, with curtains, and I think that's like really the big stuff. It's not very extravagant. It's more of like a workroom as well as a bedroom.
I expected it to be fairly bland. I was just curious if there was maybe anything else. Yeah. All right. So by the time you 3 make it back, I'll just be staring at out the windows.
As we burst in.
Yeah, Dirk does like the burly detective kick on the door, breaking it through.
No.
Why?
I'm kidding.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you wound up to kick, like, you would be fucking floored, my man.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I quietly open the door.
Yeah. Much better approach.
Hey, we're about to do more investigation stuff. For anyone who would like to join us.
Oh, you guys find.
I push in and I show Lucian all the stuff that I wrote down in my journal, like all the ledgers and how the note correlates to certain handwriting.
I can't read that fast.
I'm sorry.
Just look
Summarize it for me.
Oh my god.
So
You have like 50 pages of this shit. Jesus Christ.
yeah, well, there was a lot of ledgers. So basically, the Saoirse's cousin Bartholomew collated with this man G. Lively for like 12 decades. So I went through all of the ledgers and collated I wrote them all down, just in case, for some reason the office gets set on fire, because that's how things happen in those, like, books. And so, I looked at all that, and I looked for any other mention of G. Lively, and I found it in a job fair thing 30 years ago when Saoirse first left, and so it was a job fair for a gardener, alright? And we just talked to Rashim, and she talked about this G. Lively and said that he had a nice resume and good contacts, but said he might not work well with the rest of the staff, so she cut him off. So, whoa. So basically, we got his address, but also, this handwriting right here sort of correlates to the note.
The notes? Meaning whose notes?
Like the "You're the last one."
Yeah, but like that correlates to who? G Lively or?
It's G. Lively, right?
G. Lively's handwriting.
Yeah.
On the notices of sale and purchase that you found in these ledgers correlates exactly with the note that says your bloodline ends, like that whole threatening note.
As well as the Bonfil crossed out and Bonfil not crossed out.
Oh, I didn't even.
Yes, actually.
And we have his old address. We don't know if he lives there, but it's something we're gonna go.
Is it in the city?
Yeah, it's in the city. It's the Cobble district.
Yeah,
cool.
Well, he wouldn't have had time to make his way outside yet, so if we make time, we'll be able to catch him probably. Hopefully we'll be able to catch him then. Yeah.
And if we don't, we'll be able to ransack his house.
Yeah, alright. Oh, you gotta move quick then.
Alright. Saoirse.
Yep. Probably wanna come with us.
Just so the flying kidnappers don't come in through the window.
No, I imagine you might have some words for this guy too, so. Why don't you come with us?
Saoirse?
Okay. Ah. Okay.
Onward!
All right.
Onward!
Oh, I feel so smart.
Oh wait, I
I'm
haven't
gonna-
recovered. I haven't.
I'm gonna change out of this real quick though.
I haven't recovered my hit points, have I?
No, not really. No.
That's a little important.
Oh.
I'm out. I'm getting my my robes back, my hair back. So I'll meet up with
jeez.
them in a bit.
They did take a short
Have
rest.
I took a short rest.
We did.
But-
Take a short rest.
So can she
But-
roll hit die?
She could roll as many hit die as she wants in a short rest.
Yeah, just burn all that.
I think it's
How
like,
many
well,
can that
actually, is it up to half your level or?
I think it's all.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to roll all of them, go for it.
What should I roll?
You're going to be rolling, let's see, it's a D8 for an artificer, right? So it's
Mhm.
7 D8 is your maximum.
Okay.
Anywhere from 1 to 7 plus your con for each, I believe, right?
32.
Yeah, that's probably
32
cool,
plus
yeah.
whatever your con mod is.
Like- My constitution. Come on. +2.
So for 7, that'd be 14. So 32 plus 14, 46.
46.
Yeah, you're at 46 out of whatever your maximum is.
46, and I can drink 1 standard healing potion because I do have one.
There you go.
Okay.
2d.
I would just like to remind y'all that potions don't go on trees.
I know.
So
I can
that's-
make them though, but
Yeah, but they
that
don't.
puts me down to 2.
Yeah, but the thing about your elixirs is that these they go bad. Like
Oh,
you remake your elixirs every time. You can't stockpile them.
okay.
Have you been stockpiling
So-
them?
No, I
Okay.
have 1 left.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, I don't have any because Hal used 1.
Okay, then yeah, you're out of your elixirs for the time being.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Alright. We're gonna go to that address.
Let's go.
Sounds Gucci.
Alright, so I couldn't find my hair tie, so I had to paint. So I have like, no, actually, never mind. I found it. Never mind. I was gonna do something real stupid first. Anyway,
I
No.
painted a hair tie.
I'm back in the robes and the cloak. I'm also.
Okay.
Let's move.
All right. So y'all head down to Cobbletown to the address that Viantra found.
Oh, that
Hair-
rhymes so
Hair
nicely.
tie, Joshua, tie.
Shut-
I'm not dyeing my hair yet. I'm waiting until I have a personal emotional arc.
Yes. As
All
you
right.
should.
So you all arrive at this town, or at this. Well, yeah, it's a town home. Relatively nice looking. Doesn't speak immediately of sinister intent.
No.
I think we got the wrong.
What's the how many are there a lot of people around? What's the situation?
Yeah, this is the middle of like downtown.
Okay.
I
Huh.
think we should politely knock. I'll politely knock.
No.
Why? Why not?
If this is our guy, then he's gonna be on edge. Okay, understand? He
So what-
assumes he's succeeded. Assumes he succeeded in killing someone. He's not gonna be eager to answer any pleasantries. Knocks on the door.
Should I leave?
No, you shouldn't leave.
I will.
Hal, follow me real quick. And
Well,
Okay.
yeah. Well, what if you guys sneak in while I
that's
knock?
what I'm literally doing
Well,
right now.
well,
I
Okay, so-
don't think I'm a stealthy rogue yet.
what's the signal? When do I knock? What's the?
You'll hear us.
Okay.
You'll hear.
I'm gonna put on my
Good luck.
cloak of the bat.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Oh
So
my.
we're gonna Is there like a way to sneak around, or like is there? I just don't know. Yeah. So, I guess first we're gonna sneak around, see if there are any like other entrances or ways we can get inside.
Okay. Yeah, roll an perception check. As you're kind of like looking around.
Now will help me because I am dragging him along.
Oh,
14
well, you should have said that.
Oh, no, it's cool. You did exactly what I asked you to do.
Well, I thought you had perception on or advantage on perception checks anyway.
Oh, I don't. He does.
Ah, then that's a 14 and a 15.
Yes.
I mean, there's like a couple other entrances. Yeah, it's a townhome. Like, it's a 2-story townhome. There's about, on the second floor alone, there's 6 windows you can get in. 2 at the front of the house where everyone else is. 2, one on the side and 1 on the back. There's a back door that leads out to the garden. And there's some windows into the kitchen and dining area that you can use.
At a glance, is anyone in the garden? No.
No one in the garden currently. No.
Wait, are we just like gonna hop inside and just listen in, or?
I think we ought to hop inside, see if anyone's home. So, you're the master. Stealth here. You choose. What's our way? And
I don't. Windows probably not a good idea.
can we pick the back door?
Sure.
Mm.
Go with that.
We'll make sure. We'll look through the windows and make sure no one's in the room. By the back door first of all. But through all the windows that we haven't seen anybody.
You haven't seen anybody.
Okay.
But then again, you're only able to really kind of like look around on the ground floor.
Yeah. I'm just making sure no one's on the ground floor. That's good. So, I'll leave it to you to pick the lock then.
Nice. Alright, I'm gonna send my mage hand to pick the lock.
Okay. Your mage hand. You use your mage hand with your thieves' tools and pick the lock. Roll me just kind of like a sleight of hand check. Cool. Yeah, easy.
Alright. We're gonna sneak in.
Yeah. Oh no.
Okay. I need both of y'all to roll me a stealth check. Viantra, were you gonna knock on the front door? Or...
Well, I'm waiting for a signal.
Okay. Roll me stealth checks.
Alright, I have advantage because of boots. Doesn't matter. 15.
Oh god.
That's the D&D.
Yeah, so you stealthily get the door open, and Lucian, you kind of slip inside. You feel like you weren't heard, and then Hal, as you go to step up the stairs to get into the house, you kind of trip over your robe of eyes, stumble forward a bit, and knock over some stuff that's on the kitchen counter. It just kind of clatters to the ground rather loudly.
Oh my god, my worst nightmare.
I like hold him to be quiet real quick. Do I hear anything? Any movement?
You hear some movement upstairs.
I run right up.
I go invisible.
At the fucking wind.
Oh god.
So you're casting invisibility?
Now! Get in. Or knock on the door, I guess. Just get in here. Whatever. Fuck it. I don't care. I'm yelling for Viantra to break in.
So your step of the wind, where are you going?
I am going upstairs after the person I'm hearing, I assume, making sounds up. Yes?
You hear someone making... You hear someone making noise upstairs, yes.
Yes. I'm
and you're engaging them, and then you're yelling for Viantra to basically break the door down.
Yes.
Oh god. I
Because
go
I am one
invisible.
sane person, and I am... There's no way it could be anyone else that's here right now. So...
How are you rolling? So you're casting a spell.
Yeah.
You're turning yourself invisible.
Yeah.
Okay. You do that. You're invisible now. Viantra, you hear Lucian yelling inside the building for you to come in and pursue this assailant with him. What do you do?
I'm not gonna break the fucking door down in broad daylight in the middle of the city section where there are guards patrolling. I'm not that fucking stupid. This is a lost.
I don't care.
I motion for everybody to go around to where they came in from. And we're going to go in the back where they were going.
All right.
I'm gonna stay out front.
All right.
I am burning one key for this, so I have like in 6 seconds, 135 feet of movement. So.
Oh yeah, no, you're able to make it up the stairs and in the direction of those footsteps rather quickly. So also you make it to the second floor, and you see that there's only really 3 rooms on the second floor. The noise you heard was directly above the kitchen, so it would be to your right. So there's one room on your left at the end of the hallway, and then there's 2 rooms on your right at the end of the hallway. One on the left, one on the right. The one on the left is the one where you heard the noise.
I barge in there.
Okay. There is a. You would say roughly late kind of 300s elven man in here who's looking around rather skittishly. About 6'6", kind of black hair, green eyes, pale complexion, crooked glasses, wearing some kind of just the commoner's clothes.
Yeah. Does it look like it matches the piece I found at a glance?
At a glance, you can't tell.
All right. At a glance, I guess there are windows.
At a glance, you're like, clothes. Yeah. Got him.
So as I'm bursting in here, I'm going to attempt to grab him and stunning strike him real quick, just to make sure I can get him.
Okay, since you are making a grapple check, I need an athletics from you.
Okay. Athletics?
Yep.
Okay.
And that's the grapple. And they're going to contest with their... Yep. They're not grappled.
Great.
As you kind of go to pin them, they quickly shake free of you and start and move past you to the door, and they're out in the hallway now.
Oh, can I, as they leave my range, since I am, unarmed strikey monk guy, can I take an attack of opportunity?
You can attempt an attack of opportunity.
Okay. That's a 16.
That does not hit.
Shit. Alright. Oh. This is the guy. He has an AC higher than 16. We did it. Alright. Yeah, I'm just chasing him down after that at that point.
Okay, he starts running down the stairs. At this point, I'm just going to go ahead and ask for positions. Viantra, Howl, and Darrow, where are y'all at?
I was going around the house. I don't know how far I made it, though.
Okay, so you're probably at the back door with Darrow. Howl, did you move at all after you turned invisible?
I think I probably moved, a bit closer to where Lucian was.
So you're probably at the base of the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to get everybody to roll me initiative real quick.
Okay.
Oh no. Calm down.
I'm just going to grab a generic token for
sorry,
our friend
roll
here.
20 is acting up for me right now. Could you roll for me?
That's okay. We all got really good initiatives except for Howl.
Listen. It's always me.
It's okay, guys. I'm gonna fuck him up first round.
Hell yeah.
I have something I've been.
Let's not kill him right off. But
Hal's gonna trip on the stairs and go on.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Don't worry, guys. Darrow's got this. He's gonna cast Fireball.
I got a new spell.
No,
no, don't burn this place down.
I got a new spell.
We're just gonna use this token for the thing.
Works for me.
And then...
Yeah, I have a 20 dex, if that helps.
I'm not entirely sure how helpful a blowy-uppy wizard is going to be in trying to subdue and capture a man. I don't think so. No, no, I don't.
And you're absolutely right. I'm kidding. Yeah,
Just
I don't know
just scorching right his kneecaps.
All right, easy enough.
That's a nice one for the initiative.
That's very powerful.
Power move.
Okay, so at the top of the order, Darrow and Viantra simultaneously, it seems.
Nice.
Jesus.
All right, I'm gonna. So I don't see him coming, lad. I don't see him at all, do I?
No, you see an empty downstairs.
And I don't see any like staircase or anything.
You see a staircase at the like towards the entrance of the first room.
All right, I'll walk in the house and just try to. I don't know. I will stand where I think is like the middle area of the house because I have no idea where anyone is. Use my 30-foot movement to get somewhere where I think I can see everything. And I will hold my action to cast confusion.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you move towards the front door staircase area. Yeah, you get there and you can kind of see towards the top of the staircase, like the faintest hint of a figure at the top of it.
Oh, then I just cast confusion.
Yeah, it's a house. It's not like.
I don't know.
This is a townhome. This isn't like.
It's not like a mansion.
It's a 70-floor mansion.
Yeah, no. This is a townhouse. Like this is small.
Well, there's my confusion.
Yeah. So you.
So, the issue is if Lucian is within 10 feet of our man, he's gonna.
I'm practically on top of the guy. I assume I run fast as, or not, if not, almost twice as fast. Like half. Yeah.
This is gonna be really tough if it backfires.
No, it's cool. I'm so determined. This won't even affect. Oh, I'm rolling save for this.
I mean, if you're within 10 feet of him, then absolutely.
Am I Walker? Probably, right?
No.
No? Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Good enough.
Is he confused?
Yeah, I doubt it.
Yeah, probably. But I can be hopeful.
You can be hopeful.
My new 4th level spell.
One second, guys.
It's all good.
It's all good.
It's been a second.
Yeah. Same
STFU, Noom.
See, but if he's confused, then you could take like your turn to tie him up.
Like
I mean, that is unless he doesn't.
Yeah, unless he rolls like a 9.
decides to just attack us because we're the only one on here.
Yep, that's fair.
Eh.
Well, if he's confused, the issue is if he rolls a 9 or a 10 or a 7 or maybe the confusion wasn't the best. I already cast it.
It's good. It's good. We're really lucky if you didn't know.
No, we really should just busted down the front door in front of like 70 people. It would have been fine.
Yeah, that would have been great. Really good idea.
We might be having to wrap the session early, because we'll see.
Early as in now or early as in soon?
Early as in now, depending, just because girlfriend's freaking out.
Oh.
Yeah, no, take a minute.
It's all good.
Yeah. I just want Darrow to have his burly cop moment where he busts down a door and starts shouting at someone inside. I don't know why.
I feel like what's gonna happen is we're gonna have like a good cop, bad cop thing, and Lucian's gonna be the bad cop.
Yeah.
and me and Darrow are gonna be good cops.
If this man's just a poor merchant boy who did nothing wrong.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, he's not a poor merchant boy. He's a 300-year-old elf.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know if this is the right guy.
We don't. Yeah, that's the thing. We don't know if this is the right dude.
No,
I think
you know
this
how
is-
I know it's the right guy?
How?
'Cause he has at least a 17 AC.
He also when we were talking, the one thing I did notice is he is 6 foot, the dude who tried killing me. And this person is 6'6".
Well,
Wait,
also
also-
remember he probably hired an assassin.
If it were a good cop, bad cop moment, I think Darrow has proven by now that he's confused. Darrow is willing to play the good cop, but when it comes down to it, he's also going to do what's most logical for the mission.
So he's
Okay.
confused cop. I'm good cop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the target is not confused.
Dang it.
Okay, we're gonna keep going.
But Lucian is.
Well, I mean, Lucian isn't within the range. I don't think. It's a 10-foot radius
No, that
sphere.
would have been funny.
Yep. So I just
No.
cast it directly. Yeah.
No,
okay.
no. He's at least like 20 feet away, give or take. Okay, is that your turn?
Yeah, I can't do anything else.
All right, Darrow, your turn. What you gonna do?
I was going to say this since we're simultaneously, but I'm practically just busting in with Viantra and waiting to see what they do for now.
Well, Viantra cast you and Viantra both moved to the foot of the stairs, and he cast confusion at the top of the stairs.
Right, so there was, do I see the person that's up there?
You do.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, Jeepers,
Cast
that was a loud
fireball.
noise. You cast what?
No kidding, I'm not casting a fireball on the staircase.
Too much kidding going on.
Too much
Hold on,
kidding, not enough caboodle.
Roll 20 is still acting up, so I can't really see all my options. I'm gonna reload the page.
Yeah. I don't even see you in roll 20, my dude.
Really? That's whack.
It's the
Probably the
first time
problem.
ever. It's crazy.
It'll be like,
Fucking-
oh, sorry, I won't cast
I'm
fireball.
gonna
I'll cast
beat
it
I'm gonna
fourth
beat up
level.
that one second.
Usually,
Jeez.
Oh no.
Yeah, I see, everybody's username except for yours.
It showed that I was on it, but then I reloaded and just crashed. I'm launching it again.
Saoirse's just waiting outside patiently.
So
Alright,
she's just tapping her foot and is like, there's a whole lot of crashing
Well,
and banging going on.
Yeah, I can assume I hear something, so I probably have my crossbow out.
Alright.
Oh,
Cool, you're in the
um,
roll 20.
Oh, crazy.
I'm on the roll 20, guys. Wow.
Holland.
Colin. Ooh, a bit of a red herring, but if I were to cast Charm Person and on the figure, would I be able to compel them to surrender to us?
Possibly.
I'd say it's worth. All right.
Okay, so they just got,
Let's see it. Ooh.
they fail.
All right. Step into the light and don't resist.
Oh, wait. It does so with advantage if your companions are fighting it, so I get to roll again.
Oh,
Still fails.
That's
all right.
good.
I say what I just said.
They walk forward relatively calmly, but they still kind of seem a little like fidgety, and they go, yes, hello.
Did you
Are we
try
still in-
and wait? Can I? Yeah. Okay. I'll try this. Did you try to poison Saoirse?
He seems to hesitate for a second, and just
I-
goes, I didn't want to.
So someone else forced.
Yes.
tell us who that person is, or people.
They seem to hesitate more and just go, I can't.
Did they threaten you for...
You cut out a bit there for me, buddy.
Hey, your mic's
Sorry.
still quiet, just so you know.
Yeah, because I was on my phone for a bit. Now I'm getting back on in a minute. Did they threaten you for your life?
No.
Then you should answer. At least give us a location of where to find them, if you have any. Or clues.
Sorry.
hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. My attention's just split right now.
Yeah, no, it's fine. That's all
You
good.
good, man. You good, man.
Okay. He goes, I can try. What? How long does the spell last? It's concentration.
Concentration a minute.
Yeah, it's comfortable.
So it lasts 1 minute.
Yes.
Oh,
Wait,
this
no,
isn't.
I'm wrong. I always thought it's
See?
actually an hour. I think, right? Yes, it's actually an hour.
Okay. He goes, yeah, I'm gonna have to wrap tonight. I'm sorry, guys. It's too difficult to do both these things at once. She needs my full attention.
Yeah, no problem.
It's all good.
Of course.
For sure.
Go.
All right.
Right.
Apologies, audience. I have to go.
Okay.
But we have been Distant Wanderers, and we will hopefully see you again sometime soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.